This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Joe Gentry from United Way. Good morning, Joe.
Hi, Nancy.
So with all the trials and tribulations and the changes and everything with COVID, we are still going to have a United Way campaign.
Absolutely. You know, normally we'd kick it off at the Good Morning Alpena at the 1st of September. But this year, of course, they're not having that event because of social distancing. So we've rescheduled to kick our campaign off with a free lunch drive-through behind City Hall on September 24th from 11 o'clock to 2 p.m. It's consistent with our support of the pop-up pantries and the needs in our community, so that's how we're kicking the campaign off this year.
And you have a wonderful little brochure there. You've changed it this year, and it's very user-friendly.
Yes, we went to a one-page instead of the old three-page carbon copy. Just a one-page brochure. It gives you some information about our success this year and last year. Our campaign chairs, Steve and Cheryl Wright.
Perfect choice.
Yes, from WATZ, and they're enthused about it, and will do everything they can possible to help us make the campaign successful.
Okay, so on the 24th, you'll have a pop-up pantry, free lunch, and a chance to bring that
Information,
with
yes.
Okay, so now usually people in that work at banks and credit unions, usually they do a pledge. And is that, can they bring the pledge form that day too, or?
The employers that are still supporting the in-house campaigns, they will get enough of these for all their employees.
Okay.
And because some of them will support it through payroll deduction.
Right.
And some just, ask them to directly donate. So this gives them the option either way. If they do payroll, then they can collect it as an employer.
Okay.
And track it that way, or they can go online or just mail in or give it to their in-house campaign person to be collected by us later.
Okay, and we just want to reiterate how important this is. You do so many things with the money, and your partner agencies do.
We do. This year we had 12 agencies that we supported directly. Next year we've expanded to 18 different agencies. We've reached out more into the outlying areas of Mount Morency and Alcona, the Alcona County Schools, or public schools. The Alcona County on Aging is a part of our support mechanism. We've reached out into Mount Morency to support their county Aging Commission. So we've tried to expand to those agencies that are meeting the immediate needs of the community. So we're kind of delighted that we hope the campaign's successful. We know it will be. We're going to work hard. We're going to do some virtual events later in the year. And starting next year, we're going to, as you know, I've always supported athletic events.
Yes, you have.
And so one of the things we're going to do in the early spring of next year is Paddle United, Bike United, Run United. And they're going to be 3 separate events so that participants can participate in. We're gathering sponsors for those events that will help and be a part of the campaign.
Okay, so someone's listening and saying, hey, I have a new company here in town. No one's contacted me yet. I've never really given to United Way, but I've maybe given individually to some of these agencies. What's the best way for them to get in touch with someone to get the good story?
They can contact our office direct at 354-2221. They can email us at www.unitedwaynemi.org, and we will certainly get in touch with them and work with them in trying to make a workplace campaign successful.
Okay, and since you've taken over as the head of United Way, you've done some changes and you've really integrated yourself into the community. And you mentioned pop-up pantries as one way that you've helped. Give me an idea of some of the other things.
We've expanded to assist with, particularly during the pandemic, the need for PPEs. We have resources available to us to get them at a low cost. We've gathered a bunch to support local businesses that, like Nemrod, to keep going. They're a vital industry or an essential industry.
Yes.
They weren't anticipating the cost to protect their workers, whether it's guards, or face shields, or PPE. We're able to help them and support them in getting the equipment necessary for their workers. We established the Emergency Relief Fund. So far, we've given out $45,000
Amazing.
to over 35 agencies to help them to meet the emergency needs, whether it's pop-up pantries, personal hygiene items that go to Hearts to Home at First Methodist. We've assisted NEMSCA in providing hotel vouchers because certain homeless people weren't able to congregate at certain shelters. So where the needs existed, we've been able to step in and support them.
And the donations that you get from the public are what make all of this possible?
Absolutely.
Okay. Give me an idea who the 11 hosts that you have this year.
The 18.
18. Oh, yeah, that's right, 18. Ooh.
Alpena Child and Development Center, Alpena Senior Center, the Alpena Public Schools Homework Rescue Program, Alpena County, Alcona County Commission on Aging, Alzheimer's Association, Boys and Girls Club, Art in the Loft. This year is a new one that they have their REACH program that we're supporting. The Hope Shores Alliance for Domestic Violence, Hospice of Michigan, Partners in Prevention, Alpena Child Care and Development Center, Salvation Army, Sunrise Mission, Alcona County Schools are trying to develop a fitness lab for their teachers so they don't have to travel to Alpena. AMA ESD, a library program, and the Hope Network in Michigan, who is reaching out to K through third grade book program in the Alpena Public Schools, and of course 211.
Wow.
So those are all the agencies that we're going to support in 2021.
Okay, and we have just about enough time to mention Census. We talked about it. Fill out your census forms, please. Simple and easy online. If you didn't get one, make the call. It's easy to get the number, find out, get that census filled out because it's important for the next 10 years.
All federal funding is based on census data. It is critical that in our area we get everybody counted. Every person who's undercounted thousands of dollars that don't come back to us for SNAP, food assistance in the schools, highways, improvements, all federal funding is based on census data, so it is critical to get counted by the end of September.
Good speech. Okay, your phone number one more time.
It's 989-354-2221.
Thank you so much for being here, and I know you'll have another successful campaign and can't wait to hear about some of those virtual events.
Great. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Justin Christensen Cooper from Art in the Loft following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Justin Christensen Cooper. He is from Art in the Loft in beautiful downtown Alpena. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Nancy. How are we doing?
Good. I went by today, just drove by, and I saw that beautiful mural again.
Oh, I know.
And
isn't that great?
it is so beautiful, and all summer long, every time I went by, I saw people standing in front of it, and so that's just another really good idea and an idea of what Art in the Loft does and means to our community.
Yeah, correct. You know, and I like that you mentioned that people stop by and get pictures. I don't think a day goes by when I walk, you know, if I'm going up to the loft that day, where there isn't a group standing out there getting a selfie or whatever it might be, and that's just another branch of what we can do for our community through beautification projects. So.
And our first guest today, Joe Gentry, was talking about all the agencies that were able to be part of the program this year, and Art in the Loft is part of the program.
As a first-time program for us as being a partner agency with United Way, and we're just so excited to do that. They're going to help fund our REACH program, which is through the schools. And so it looks a little different this year with school looking so different, but we are going to be supporting the Pied Piper School through the REACH program, and that's going to offer them culinary and visual arts lessons for 3 different age groups of their students.
Oh, wonderful.
And so we're going to see probably over 30 kids all together with that program, and you know, the student clientele at Pied Piper, they're all of them are labeled with some sort of special needs, whether it be cognitive or physical or both. And so what we hope to do is that they can learn and become, you know, great citizens of our community, but through the arts. And we're just real excited that United Way can help us bring that to fruition.
Very good.
Yeah, yeah.
So now you did a lot of programs through the summer season. How did that all go?
Yeah, we did. You know, again, that looked different. We did some more intimate setting stuff where we had groups of 10 or under that could come up to the loft, and social distance where we did some painting classes, and we did some culinary experiences where we had chefs come in and show different dishes being made, and they got to taste them. And then we had kids programs through our Saturday morning art and our cooking classes. But really our biggest hit throughout the summer, and we're going to keep it going until the end of the year and probably into 2021, were our at-home kits, where we offered
amazing.
a smart kit, which was visual arts for ages 5 to 12, and then what we called a get cooking kit. Again, that same age group, although we had adults buying them too, just to keep busy, which was great, where we could offer both of those types of fine arts experiences where they would come up and pick up the kits, and we had everything all boxed up for them, ready to go, with all the way down to the supplies, to the step-by-step instructions, and the same thing even on the cooking kits. And so,
wow, that's amazing.
yeah, it was really such a big hit, and we're just going to keep that going. And we were able to offer that as like a one-time. If you wanted to buy September's kit, you could buy September's kit, or we offered subscription programs for that too.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it was really great.
So moving forward, what's going to be happening?
Yeah, well, by the time this airs, we'll be closed with Summer View, where we
Okay.
had over 25 artists on exhibit, all local to the community and selling their goods. And so then we're going to close down for roughly about 4 weeks as we disinfect the gallery, get it all clean, and we are now preparing for our 5th annual juried art exhibit, which opens October 8th, and that every year we have a theme. So 5 years ago, we started with our first inaugural juried art exhibit, and that was black and white. And then we moved into one that was more conceptual, and it was called Forgotten Spaces, which was really cool.
I bet.
Yeah, and then we had Red, which was just the name of the show, Red. Then last year we had Light, and all the artwork was encompassing that theme. And then this year we are now unveiling and accepting submissions through September 27th for the show entitled H2O.
Ooh.
So water, obviously. And we have a very exciting juror for that show, actually.
Who's the juror?
Oh, you know him quite well, and we couldn't think of anyone better that would know the theme of water more than him, and that's Jeff Gray,
Oh, yes.
the superintendent over at Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary.
Now, are you expecting all different kinds of mediums? Or?
Yeah, we really are. So we will open it wide up to painting, photography, sculpture, jewelry, metal fabrication, textiles, pottery. Even if someone had like a video that they wanted to make, we could project that onto a wall that could be playing, continuously throughout the gallery and the exhibit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do to get
So we are
enrolled?
accepting. Yep. So we are accepting submissions right now. It's $35 per submission, or for your first submission, sorry, and then $10 for
Okay.
each additional. You can have up to 3 submitted,
Ooh.
and then there's no limitation. You could get all 3 accepted. You kind of take a shot in the dark with a juried art show, and kind of putting yourself out there. And so they are open right now. You go to artandloft.org. You're going to see a big button where you can submit. It's all online submissions, so you got to
Okay.
be able to take a picture of your artwork or
Okay.
be able to upload a photo of that and kind of describe it and what it's for sale for and all that, and then you submit that through the website, and that's good now till September 27th.
Okay, so when they actually you choose who's going to be there, are they going to actually be on display in the gallery?
Yes, so good question. So when we open up on October 8th, we are going to make this an in-gallery experience,
Okay.
just like we did with Summer View.
Right.
We're going to still follow our strict guidelines of limitations on visitors. We probably won't be able to do our traditional opening reception like we do, which are always so well received.
Yes.
So we're going to get creative and maybe do some virtual options with
Okay.
that. But the entire exhibit will be online as well.
Ooh, good.
Now the in-person exhibit ends the first week of November, so it's only a 1 month long.
Okay.
But the online version is good all the way till the end of the year. So you can view it and purchase the artwork still and have that sort of experience of the show.
Okay, then after that, what's going to be happening?
Oh, geez. And then after that, in November 5th is usually our signature week for our annual fundraiser. Again, we're doing things a little bit differently this year, so that's not going to be in person or as many people.
Okay.
So it's going to be a virtual experience where we're selling packages of tickets.
Okay.
And essentially what Art and Loft is going to do is host your house party.
Oh.
And so people can buy a grouping of tickets for up to 8 people. You host your own house party, but we're going to supply everything you need to have a good time. And then what we'll have is a virtual online live auction during that time.
good idea.
So we'll still have entertainment. We might have a musician play up in the loft that'll be live streaming to their house, so you can still experience that. And we're going to try to some way get some local chefs involved where that kit comes with some appetizers, and we'll provide maybe some cocktails for it, and then the ability to bid on all these wonderful things that we can do.
Great idea, and as like with United Way, it's so important that we still hold these events because the funding is what keeps you open and makes you a viable entity in our community. So really encourage people to, attend these events virtually or in person, and
Exactly.
and do whatever you can do. And every $5, $10 donation is so helpful.
Yep. Everyone always says, well, I never could, what my donation will make a difference or something
Oh,
like that.
yes,
Like
it
you said,
will.
every dollar counts, especially in a year like this.
So if someone wants to find out the hours and what's going on, what's the
Yep.
best way?
Yeah, give us a call, 356-4877, or go on to our website, artintheloft.org, or email me, director@artintheloft.org, and I can tell you what's going on at that time.
And you're going to be closed until?
So we're closed until October 8th now.
Okay.
Yep, as we prepare the gallery for H2O.
Okay, sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being
Thanks,
here.
Nancy. I always appreciate
Congratulations on the new addition to your family.
Oh, he's amazing. Special number 4 in our family.
Oh,
So,
how
yep.
exciting.
Yep,
Well,
it's very good.
congratulations. And once again, thank all of your team and your staff for keeping, Art in the Loft open and making it so that it's still enjoyable for our community.
Yeah, couldn't do without him.
All right,
Yep,
thank you.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Mark Jacobs, ACC cross-country coach.
Always a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Coach. So, cross-country season's up and going. Now and then I see the young men running by the house early. How's things going?
Things are going fantastic. It's been a cold September. We usually wear T-shirts, and now I'm out there. I got my winter hat on, but now it's another great group of gentlemen. Just can't be more pleased with these guys.
And you had your first meet down in Port Huron.
Yes, that was interesting because of Labor Day weekend, so going down and back. So it was a long day, but they did fantastic. And it was our earliest meet we've ever had. So we got back from camp, and basically, we've been practicing about a week and a half. And they did their first meet. It's a nice baseline. It kind of sets where we need to get to, and give these guys an opportunity to run a meet, which I was happy. Thrilled to do it. Lot of potential. I believe this team will probably be my most improved team from the first meet to the last, because a lot of these guys have never really run before. So it's just like I said, a lot of fun to coach these guys.
Wonderful. And you referenced camp, and I've heard that camp was strenuous but fun.
It's always fun. It's my because I'm here with my guys, but it's my favorite week of the year. I beat them in bags, I beat them in euchre. I didn't win in liar's dice this year, but just it's all about camaraderie. It's building that brotherhood, and it's a blast. We just had such a great time, and getting to know these guys, and so I love it.
Give the viewers a sense for how much they run.
Well, you get up in the morning, and we do about 12 miles early, and then we run a little during the day, and then we have a race, either a 5K, 8K, 10K mile race, and then every morning they do this, same thing. And then we'll do some hill stuff, and we'll do some speed stuff. But we do a lot of running, but we also, like I said, we sit around the fire a lot.
Sure.
We play a lot of board games. This year we had a new camp because of COVID. They didn't have volleyball courts, which was kind of unusual. So,
Oh yeah.
but we were up at Wilderness, and what a beautiful area that is. And they do a lot of swimming, and it's at bonding time. It's a family time, and you blood, sweat, and tears, and you've spent a week together with these guys. You become family.
Running 15 or 20 miles a day.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. And so
So
a lot of fun.
you had referenced COVID. Has that changed? It's just changed our world, and especially in athletics. But how about for cross country?
Yes, it's been really unusual. Our first meet we had 2 different heats. So they set the first heat, they start, and then 2 minutes later the second heat, and we were in the second heat. But my guys have to wear, I have to coach with the mask, and I do a lot of running around. I probably put in about 3-4 miles during the meet.
Do they wear masks while they run?
They don't wear right now, and I know that right now. I believe the high school has to, as of a couple days ago.
Okay.
We have not got word, but they have to wear it right up to the starting line. They don't have to wear it when they warm up, and then as soon as they finish, they have to put the mask back on.
Wow.
Which is interesting, but it's just one of those precautions I believe we have to make if we're going to get this better. And it's difficult, and it's a change, but what hasn't changed in 2020, and just even the different heats, because if we're in the second heat, all of a sudden we don't know, is this guy ahead of me by 2 minutes, or is he, so it's kind of different, but we are happy to be there. And, we'll follow the rules, and as long as the rules are the same for everybody.
Sure.
If my team has to wear a mask, then hopefully, my competitors, do the same. So I don't have a problem with that. And again, it's an unusual year, and again, we're just happy to have a season, because there's a lot of colleges that don't have fall seasons.
Yeah, we are happy to be able to have a season. We gave a lot of thought, as you know, to what we're going to do, what we're going to do with athletics in the fall, and we're still, pondering spring sports. But we moved women's volleyball to the spring, but men's cross country is going.
Yeah, and again, like I said, it's one of those things, and we have to make sure that we are following the guidelines, because we don't want to be all of a sudden the ones that mess it up for everybody.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to get sick.
Amen.
And, there's the possibility of young people getting, really, really sick is minute, but but the possibility of them, passing along to their loved ones who are older is real, and those folks can really get sick.
Absolutely, and again, that's, and we talk a lot about that kind of, stuff, as you have to make sure, it's not just about you.
Right. That's a good way to put it. So you have some international students. I can't let you go before we touch on that. Great guys.
It's a neat thing, even at camp, doesn't matter, the color of your skin or their first language. These young men have both the same goals and dreams as all of us. And it really is eye-opening to a lot of my other guys, because these three guys who I have, Yuki, Roni, and Musa, are taking advantage of opportunities they have. And they're such a joy to coach, and they work hard. But again, we're all the same. These young men all have high aspirations in life, and it's really neat to see. And it's nice to see, a young man from Anaway becoming, a great friend from a kid from,
Liberia.
Yeah, Liberia or Turkey, and and just talking about different, cultures and how they are raised. It does my heart good, because I learn a lot.
Oh yeah, and that's a really understated value of sports, is that that learning from each other that happens. That's really separate from what happens on the playing field.
Oh, absolutely, and it's just fun. They're funny, they dog on each other, and they're just kind of neat, just to find out about their experiences growing up, and it really tightens our world a little, kind of gives us like, hey, that's my buddy right here, and he's from, across the globe, which is really neat. And again, it's that camaraderie, and again, it's a lifelong friendship.
I really appreciated a quote that I think you had in the Alpena News regarding all the players on the team, and that they now can call themselves for the rest of their lives college athletes. I thought that was a wonderful and very nice touch on the material.
Well, how many people can say that? Not many.
Not many.
Not many. And I always say, I always joke, I said, you can tell your grandchildren, I was a college cross-country runner. And it's a neat thing to say, because people say, you played,
Yes.
And it's that lifelong thing, because, okay, if Grandpa can do it or Dad can do it, and I can do it.
Yeah.
And it kind of helps, it builds, other people's dreams and, ambitions and goals. But I think it's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Because, there's this many people that can say that.
Well, thank you for your work with the team. It represents ACC beautifully. Thank you, folks, for watching Talk of the Town, and we'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.